Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, Guide to Adulting in College, where we break down everything you wish someone would have told you before your first year. I'm Jaynel.
And I'm Axel. And today, we're basically doing a back-to-school tips video for you incoming freshmen, but hopefully less cringy and actually helpful.
Right. Keeping the nostalgia of those YouTube videos, but with advice that's real, practical, and backed by actual research.
So let's talk about why we even chose this topic. Freshmen everywhere, especially at schools like ours, face a pretty huge adjustment. Balancing classes, independence, social life, mental health, and trying not to lose your mind over Canvas.
Yeah, change is a big part of the struggle. One of our sources, College Teaching by Television, from the American Council on Education, uses this analogy about how people reacted to smoking habits changing and even bathing suit style changing over time. The point was, people fear change because it's unfamiliar.
And that hits hard for college freshmen. New environment, new expectations, new responsibilities. Resistance creates stress, which can totally block you from succeeding.
That's why our episode is all about helping you adjust smoothly, with real advice from people who've been through it.
We asked 3 upperclassmen/alumni students who survived freshman year what the hardest part was. Christian Cavales, 5th-year college student, double major communications and computer science. Maria Reyes, NMSU alumni, class of 2025. And Alfonso Ambris, 4th-year college student, a double major in education and government. Christian told us, the most common issue is underestimating how different college coursework is compared to high school. Even navigating platforms like Canvas is a whole adjustment.
And honestly, that tracks, because research also backs this up. A study by Avicii in 2024 found that freshmen struggle with academic pressure, loneliness, financial stress, and figuring out how universities even work. So if the first semester feels overwhelming, that's totally normal. Well, I don't know about you, but in Texas, we have Schoology. Yeah, like...
I never did that.
You never had Schoology?
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's kind of like a similar learning platform where all your assignments are like on Canvas and stuff like that, but instead it's Schoology, and it's actually way easier to navigate, and you use that platform since like 5th grade.
I use Google Classroom.
That's crazy. So did you find Canvas hard to like...
No.
No? I was getting so frustrated because I didn't know where the assignments were posted. So, like, the first week of school, I was, like, submitting stuff. Like, I thought you were just, like, oh, keep a Word document, and they'll tell you where to submit it. And no. And then I ended up submitting it late. But then I just messaged them, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Really?
No, I thought Canvas was fine. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Oh, well, then I guess I'm just a little slow.
Do you have Canvas on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like Canvas on your phone is a lot easier to navigate because it has that, like, to-do list at the bottom.
I have it on my phone. I have it on my computer. I have it on my iPad. And I was, like, looking over it in the summer, and I was like, I don't understand. I would say, no, like, biggest takeaway, like, no, being so for real, like, if you're terrible with technology like me, you need to start from the beginning. Like, you need to look through each button. You need to read, what's it called? What's the thing that they give you at the beginning of the year?
The syllabus?
Yeah, you need to read the syllabus. It tells you where it's posted.
Yeah, the syllabus does help a lot. And Canvas has its own, like, syllabus tab.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's because I would look at the syllabus tab and there wasn't anything.
Oh, yeah, it's also some professors are like...
They post it in, like, the assignments.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you do have to look through everything.
Okay. Next segment we're going to be talking about is balancing classes, work, and life. So Maria gave one of my favorite pieces of advice. Everyone functions differently. You have to be experimental to figure out what works. Enjoy your freshman year, but take care of yourself. And I think, like, that's a big thing, taking care of yourself, like, while trying to, like, figure out what you want to do in life. Because I've met some people, they don't really have, like, a goal per se, you know what I mean? They're just going to school because they think they should.
Yeah, I think that too. I think it's kind of like going off on a tangent, but I think that college is pushed too hard, if that makes sense. It's not for everybody, and a lot of people go to college because they think that that's what they should do, but that's not because they want to do anything with their degree.
Yeah, and that's what going back to, like, what she says is, like, be experimental, like, not just, like, what works for you, but, like, what you enjoy.
Yeah. Go out and do things, because you might find something else that you enjoy different to what you're majoring now.
Yeah, like make friends, that's part of the social aspect of college. Like I could say like, yeah, you could try like all these like different extracurriculars that they offer, but just putting yourself out there in general will help you like figure out what you want to do.
Yeah. And that connects to a source that we found from Tarleton State. State's University Adulting 101 guide. They say balance isn't something you magically have. It's something that you build with realistic scheduling, preventing burnout, and knowing your limits.
So, like, going with, like, balancing classes, do you find it hard, like, with your class schedule right now, or, like, how are you with it?
I got lucky with a really good class schedule. My first semester, it's been really light, but I know next semester, I think it's going to be hard balancing, because I have chemistry, physics, biology, calculus.
Dang, all like the three sciences.
Yes, oh my God, but, I mean...
Do you work?
No.
Or do you know anyone that works?
Oh, yeah. I have my roommate and one of my friends. They both work. One of them works at Target, one of them works at Cold Stone.
How do they balance, like, adding, like, work while also, like, being, like, having friends while doing school?
I think a big part of it is learning how to say no.
Oh,
because
kill me.
You're always going to want to go out. You're always going to want to do things. But sometimes you have to realize what takes priority. You also have to really communicate with your workplace in scheduling. And, I mean, of course, if you need the money, absolutely, I understand. But if you're in a place where you can get scheduled a little less, it definitely helps a lot. I've seen, at least from them, that... sometimes right now my roommate's being scheduled like terribly so. He's working like 30 hours this week during finals week, which
finals week is crazy.
But I mean, whatever.
Is he part-time or full-time?
Part-time, but jobs like to do that thing where they like put you on the brink of full-time.
Oh my gosh.
So they don't have to give you benefits. But
yeah. Okay. Next one, study habits. Christian told us allocating time is important. Studying in short increments worked better for me. I think that's true. Like, okay, it's because I have a really short attention span, so I can't sit there or, like, sit in a library for 4 hours straight just doing, work. Like, I mean, I could sit there, but, like, realistically speaking, I take breaks in between.
Yeah, and I think that's wise. I remember I had a teacher for anatomy and AP biology, and he told us that, like, usually the best way to really retain information is to not burn yourself out. Like you said, like study there for 4 hours in the library, but to take like an hour a day over the span of a lot of days, and you'll really...
Yeah, like get to know it.
Yeah.
I also think like I might have like some undiagnosed ADHD because like, oh my gosh, I cannot sit still. But like, what are some other study habits that you have personally?
Well... It helps me personally a lot, but I think it's mostly just like a personal thing. But chewing something really, like, I guess keeps me in the flow. Because I know a lot of people get like restless when they're studying. Like they want to do something. Like they get bored. They get like anxious. They get antsy. So for me, like chewing gum or chewing ice or something kind of keeps me occupied enough to where I can pay attention to what I'm doing too.
You know what I also think is like a big study habit that some people don't realize is like what time of day you study better. Because like to be honest, I study way better in the morning. I study in the mornings because like at night I get so sleepy, and the fact that my bed is there is so tempting. So I did that a lot in high school too. So like now I'm like learning that like I like focus more and pay more attention in the morning.
Yeah, and the environment too. Like sometimes people can't study in their bed because they'll fall asleep.
Me.
So, but I can, because I can't fall asleep unless I'm like lying down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
No, it depends from person to person. Like some people it's better to study at their desk. With some people it is better to study in their bed.
Or like even like different study environments too.
Yeah.
Like if you like it quiet, Branson.
Yeah.
Other study habits. But honestly, study habits is pretty experimental. Like
everybody's different.
Like it's again just like figuring out how you function, like what works best for you, and that's like what comes with being experimental. Another technique that I learned. Well, actually, I actually learned this senior year in high school because my pharmacy technician program, like, we had to take, like, 4 tests at the end of the week on Fridays. And it'd be, like, calculations, chapters on the body system, and, like, pharmacokinetics with, like, drugs, the drug list itself, and then sterile compounding. So it was a lot of studying on top of, like, my chem AP class, my physics AP, my English AP. So, like, what was I talking about?
Like study habits.
Shoot. Oh, Pomodoro method. It's like, you break it up in, like, short increments, but, like, I wouldn't say, like, an hour a day works for me, especially with how much, like, workload I had. So, I had to split it up by courses. So, what the Pomodoro method is, like, you study down for, like, 25 minutes, and then you take, like, a 5-minute break. And then you can, like, do that, like, repetitively. And it honestly works. It works. I have to put people on.
I'll keep that in mind, actually. Maybe I'll start doing that. So I have my math test coming up on Tuesday.
Dude, I need to lock in for math. It's so bad.
Are you taking pre-calc?
No. Algebra. College algebra.
Oh.
It's so easy, but it's hard.
That's fair. Which is literally what Thomas Devine emphasizes in teaching reading comprehension. Active reading, asking questions, summarizing, basically anything except staring at your textbook, hoping the knowledge jumps in your head.
So what we take away is passive reading equates to studying. But what's it called? Do you do active reading? Have you ever had to do active reading?
What's that? I don't even know what active reading is. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, it's like, whenever you're reading, right? But you're not... Sometimes some people have to read it twice because they say they're reading with their eyes.
Oh,
that's what
okay,
passive reading is.
Right.
So, like, active reading is really trying to understand, like, take away what you're reading. You know what I mean? But passive reading is more just like you're reading it to get it over with. But by the end of it, if someone were to ask you, what did they say about this? Or what was this about? You can't tell it because you're not active reading. Honestly, active reading is a skill. That is a skill. Asking questions. Have you ever, like, had someone ask you questions, and would you say it, like, equivalated to better grades?
I think so. I think when somebody asks you questions about what you're studying, or even, like, have you heard of, and it doesn't really make sense, but have you heard of, like, the programmer duck?
Yeah.
Like the little rubber duck?
Uh-huh.
You know how when you make a mistake and you explain to the duck, you're able to, like, figure out
recall?
what it is? I think it's similar to studying. You could use a little duck, or you could use, like, somebody in person and just explain to them, like, teach them what you're supposed to be learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you'll figure out what you're missing, and you'll retain the information a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next segment, independence without distraction.
Alfonso kept it real with this one. Create rules for yourself. That's part of adulting. Discipline.
It sounds simple, but honestly, discipline is one of the biggest predictors of college success. And that connects to, like, real psychological research. Honestly, that's what I think you were saying earlier, right? Like, what connects back? Like, with having a job and all that.
Like, learn to say no.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, like, discipline. Like, you have to know, like, if you're going to get up in the morning to study and you know that, wake up to that alarm. Like, on the first alarm, you should already be up. Like, especially when you don't feel like it, just go. Just do it.
Just, like, get up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it turns into a really bad habit if you just let yourself, like,
honestly,
dilly-dally.
But that's another thing. It's like, you can, like, still hang out with your friends while you're studying.
Yeah.
It's just, that's, like, the discipline part of it. It's like, when you're studying, you should be there solely to study.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, take a break here and there, but, like, you have to make sure that the people you're with and the things that you're doing are more beneficial to you. Like, the pros outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
But connecting with, like, the social aspect on that, it's like, yeah, you should probably, if you find that you work better with, like, groups and other people, like, then do that. Make study groups. Build friends. Find times where you guys can study together. Yeah. Okay. Campus, resources, and mental health. Alfonso, oh my God, I'm dying. Alfonso also pointed out that tutoring isn't just for people who are failing. It's for anyone who needs clarity. He says, honestly, tutoring helps a lot. One-on-one explanations make things easier.
And Maria mentioned the gym as a mental health tool. Working out increases serotonin, and it helps take your mind off things.
This aligns with a huge study from the Healthy Minds Network, showing that college student mental health issues have increased by nearly 50% since 2013. So using campus resources is not optional, it's necessary. Honestly, even without realizing it, most people do end up using the campus resources.
Yeah.
Like, whether it be like the clubs that they have to offer, like the gym, like the recreation center, the events put together by RAs, all those are like included with things like with school. But like you personally, what campus resources have you like used?
I've used the printing station, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
so
that's
useful.
a big one.
It is so useful because it's in Corbett.
Mm-hmm.
So the dorms are right there. Mm-hmm. So you can just run to Corbett, print whatever you need, and then go back.
They also have one in like Hardman Jacobs. I think
Right.
that's another thing people like an advice I would give is know where the printers are and like know when to where to locate one and how to use it.
Yeah.
What about mental health?
Like any resources that I've used from the school?
Yeah, that and like how it affects your mental health like positively.
I think because I know that NMSU offers like counseling.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that
you
too.
You can schedule that, and you can. I think it's part of like the Aggie Health and Wellness.
Mm-hmm.
You can schedule like a therapist or just somebody to talk to, and I think that's great because even though you might have, you might have friends, you might have people you can trust. Sometimes it feels almost embarrassing.
Yeah.
To try to talk to them about what you're going through, and sometimes you just need kind of that like stranger's ear
Mm-hmm.
to listen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that having a therapist on campus, or you can even do telehealth, so you can do it online. You don't have to see them like face to face. Having that opportunity, having that resource is really, really helpful.
And I mean, like, despite like all like, the social aspects, like the things that they offer, it is totally like normal to feel like some type of way going into college. Like the difference, there's gonna be a change, and it might negatively impact you. You just have to be aware of it, and know that there are like people to help.
Yeah.
And there's like resources you can go to.
Yeah. Just like Professor Blake explained in the 1957 ACE report, once you understand why change feels uncomfortable, you can face it without shutting down.
This goes in with recognizing resistance to change. Did you have any like resistance when it came to like change over here? Like things you felt off, like it, like that homesick feeling.
Oh yeah.
Did you have that?
In the beginning, no.
Really?
Yeah, I was really excited to be here, but then the more you kind of like, I guess, especially if you live on campus, the more you live over here away from home, and it's like the little things where you're like, I miss my mom, or I miss my room back home, or I miss my bed.
Oh my gosh, yes. Or like, or like your friends back home.
Yeah.
Or like your siblings. Oh my gosh, that hits hard with me.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, I was the same way. I was so excited to be here. Like I didn't go back home like a month and a half into school. I kid you not. And because I live in El Paso, it's like 30 minutes. Like my house is 30 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm really not that far, but like still like sometimes you just can't go back. But like at the beginning, I wasn't homesick. But now like that I'm like going there on like break, I'm just like I can't wait to be back. But like what are some like advice you would give to people who are like, do you have like friends who are like super far from their house, or like they can't just drive back over there?
I have one who lives in Albuquerque, which is like 3 or 4 hours away.
So they aren't able to go back like, every weekend or so.
Yeah.
What are like some things you notice they do? Like
I think they talk to their parents a lot, like over phone, at least like calling once a day.
Like that reassurance.
Yeah. And even though they're not there, they can still hear their voice. They can still maybe help a little bit with that homesickness or with missing their home. But they do go back kind of frequently. But that's only because they're in a band. So they have to go back and like play in Albuquerque.
That's so cool. Let's start a band.
You should come to their shows. They're having one this weekend in El Paso.
Really?
And it's like a toy drive.
Okay, wait, where?
I'll send you the address.
I'm actually so down.
I think they're pretty good. They just released like the first song like on like officially. And the tickets are like $5.
Oh, I'm so down.
So I'll let you know. And they're also having another one in Las Cruces the weekend before break. So this week and next week.
Oh, I might go to that one then, because I'm actually going to Tier C.
Oh, okay.
We're going on a little tour of like where our friends live.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Second, use active reading strategies. Devin says successful readers ask questions, annotate, summarize, and check understanding. Even just taking notes while reading can help you retain material better. True.
I think that's really helpful. Absolutely. Don't just read it. Write things down. Color it. Definitely. Color helps with you to remember. So use like highlighters. Or if you can't highlight the book, write it down and then highlight what you think is important.
Another like piece of advice is like, this is where like comes in like being experimental, is cause like with like chemistry, I'm not good with like taking notes while they're lecturing. So like I would listen like 100% while they're lecturing, and then I'll go back and take notes. Like that's where like you have to allocate time and figure out what works best for you, because if you realize that you're that kind of person too, you need to like, oh, okay, I'm going to pay attention to this class, but I'm probably going to spend like an hour 30 minutes today to like take notes on that lecture and then do the homework. But yeah.
The next segment is managing your time realistically. The Adulting 101 guide suggests prioritizing tasks, scheduling breaks, preventing overload, and recognizing when burnout is creeping up. I think it's really, really, really easy to get burnt out, especially since it's such a huge jump from high school to college. Because I think high school was, depending on what classes you took, but I think it was very easy.
It was like really routine based, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like as long as you got it done in class, you really wouldn't have to worry about it. Like there's like rarely times like for my other core classes on like my other campus that I had homework. So like realistically speaking, it was a breeze compared to college, where like they assign you work and you need to find your own time to do that. They don't really like teach it to you. You know what I mean? It's like they assign you this and you have to go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
How would you prevent overload?
Take it one step at a time. It's really easy to get overwhelmed if you just keep putting things off. Or if you think of everything as one big thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
Separate your assignments by classes and by like necessity. So do either the things that take the longest first or the things that are due sooner first. And just take it one step at a time. Use those as like kind of milestones. Because if you think, oh my God, I have 10 million assignments to do, you're going to get overwhelmed. But just take it one by one.
This goes into the adulting portion of what we're actually going to talk about. But cleaning your room, it's because like, okay, I've personally, if you go into my room, you'll be like, wow. But then again, I have like OCD. But like for some other people, I realize that it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Like some people really, because they're so burnt out, they can't really do like those tasks. But like, how would you say in that adulting aspect, how do you like manage your space efficiently? Like make sure it's clean, make sure your mind's clean. Because you know that saying is like, your room is a reflection of your mind.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that's true.
I think so too. I think it's maybe a little unrealistic to tell people to take a bit of each day to clean up, because sometimes you get really busy. But I say at the end of the week, when everything's done, take that time to kind of like pick things up, organize a little bit. You don't have to like deep clean everything, but try to organize what you can. Because it also, I feel like it makes you proud. Makes you feel like, oh, I did it. I finished that week.
Yeah.
And now I have time to clean. You know how whenever like, I have seen other people talk about this too. Whenever you clean your room and your room feels so clean that you can like light up a candle.
Yes.
Like
yes, I do that. I do that.
Clean your room and you're like relaxed and you're proud and you're like, wow, my room is clean. There's like,
it takes a lot off of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I dedicate that day, I guess, at the end of the week.
Okay, next one is building independence with discipline. This is kind of like overall, it's like a summary. Like Alfonso said, set rules for yourself. If you know TikTok is going to ruin your study session, don't lie to yourself. Put your phone in another room or like put it on Do Not Disturb.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really easy to just pick it up and just start like
doom scrolling.
Yeah.
No, really, it is. Okay. Next one is use campus resources early.
Tutoring, office hours, the gym, counseling services, study groups. You don't get extra credit for struggling alone. And that's very, 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 very true.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people feel shame about reaching out for help or not doing things just by themselves. And I think that that's really unhealthy, and that's going to set you back a lot. You need to learn how to ask for help.
I would also say, like, tying in with this is not only, like, your campus resources, but, like, the opportunities that, like, because it says extra credit over there, and I realized, like, we could get extra credit for, like, attending those readings that she said on Fridays.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, like, using the, what's it called? The English thing that, like, they read your essays and they, like, edit
the
it.
writing center?
Yeah, the writing center. Like, take advantage of, like, those opportunities for extra credit. And, like, you not only get extra credit from it, but you also get, like, an extra output on your actual assignment.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get that knowledge, you get that experience.
Okay, next segment is what we wish we knew as freshmen. Or what we wish freshmen knew, right? Same difference.
Yeah.
Tomato. Something I learned from these interviews is that everyone's freshman year looks different. No one is perfectly adjusted, and that's okay.
Yeah, adulting is messy. You figure it out by trying things, failing at some things, and adjusting. What matters is paying attention to what works for you.
So what is something you wish you knew as a freshman? Like before, now that you're already done with your first year, or like first semester, what is something you wish you knew before going in?
I guess also, yes, learn how to say no. That was, oh my God. You'll have other opportunities to be with your friends, and you'll have other opportunities to do things. Sometimes you should just stay back and focus on your schooling just for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And also get into good study habits early, because I bombed both of my midterms because I was not studying.
Same. I'm honestly, I would say the exact same thing. It's because of how, like, not gonna lie, NMSU is a party school, and you really can't lie about it, because, like, compared to UTEP and, like, UNM, you realize, like, we are pretty much a party school. And that's, like, something I think people, they think they know they're going into that, and they think they know they can handle it, but no, it is so easy to just put something off because you want to have that fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just, like, learn to say no. Learn to be, like, more motivated on what you want in life.
Yeah.
And use that as, like, something or, like, a catalyst so you don't go. Okay. Our conclusion. So today we talked about the big things freshmen struggle with, how to handle the transition into college life, and the study habits that actually make a difference.
Big thanks to our interviewers, Christian, Alfonso, and Maria, for giving us real, honest advice. And thank you all for listening.
This has been Guide to Adulting in College. Good luck, stay disciplined, and remember, everyone's figuring it out too.